My name is Stephanie Castrillo, and this is my documentary video on culture. Some people might ask themselves, what is culture? The broad umbrella term for culture is defined as the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. There are other terms as well that also coincide with culture. Today we're going to be covering some different parts of culture. Why is it important in the classroom? How does it impact the classroom? And how are different ways to bring it into the classroom as well? So how does culture affect the classroom itself? So when a student comes into your classroom, they may bring in a lunch based on where they're from. They may talk a different language based on their home country. They may dress in certain clothing based on their religion or based on their ethnicity. Some people view that culture is a problem in school because it does not coincide with the mainstream culture of the classroom. By mainstream culture, it is a main culture of those students in the classroom, shared by most of the students. Some people often view the culture as a problem because it is something different and does not coincide with the majority of the students in the classroom. But the year is 2020, and when you look at your students, you see that their faces are all different. There are around 50 million students in the United States today that spread among 3,007 countries in 50 states covering 3.8 million square miles of land. So the students in the classroom contain different types of cultures that as teachers we are going to try to include into our classroom. But why, you might ask, is it important to include culture in the classroom? It's extremely important to include culture in the classroom because you want to be able to engage all of your students. You do not want to engage just a majority, but you want to encompass all of your students in your classroom to make them feel welcome and to also share their ideas and beliefs with others. Teachers must know their students and their academic abilities individually rather than relying on racial or ethnic stereotypes or prior experiences with students from similar backgrounds or other cultures as well. So instead of accepting the myths that can harm low-income students, we need to educate the system-wide inequalities that stand in their way. So some might ask themselves, how can we include culture in the classroom? There are different things that you can do. One is to try to build a bridge between the different cultures in the classroom. What I like to do in the beginning of the school year is give my students a questionnaire survey that asks them about their culture. We talk about their food, their clothing, language, and any other aspects they want to share with me. Based on these answers, I can include them more in my lessons. I can include different words or phrases, I can include different holidays, and try to educate all of the students as well. Try to create a globally aware classroom and school environment by paying attention to all students and not just a majority of the students. You want to ensure that language is used in the classroom is cross-cultural. So you might want to use words that are known in different languages as well. You might come in saying bonjour one day, or adios another. You want to ensure that language is the key aspect in the classroom because students learn most through language. You also want to encourage interaction among students. You might assign them different projects that talk about their culture, or you might want to have them present something about themselves. You can also have teachers foster inclusion in the school community by being examples to the other. So teachers can participate in different holidays and educate those such as Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage, Native American Awareness Month, and countless others. To wrap things up, teachers are often a young immigrant's contact with someone outside their home. And it's important that a teacher builds a relationship that provides emotional scaffolding necessary to cross the linguistic and cultural divide between the country of origin and the country of residency, while also maintaining a balanced classroom by including the mainstream and the minority culture as well. And this concludes my presentation. I hope you guys have learned something today about culture and how we can be able to include it into our classroom. Have a wonderful day.